Friends, we're here in the Shepherd's Call video studio, and I'm very excited to show you some of the things that we've been up to. We've been working on a brand new set, our first set ever, because we're ready to use this beautiful studio that God has given us. We're pretty well equipped, we're almost ready to go. So we've been building a brand new set for our new health series entitled Keys to Abundant Living. This program is very exciting because it's based on the messages that I gave before, where we talked about physical health, but more importantly, spiritual health. And this has become one of our most successful audio sermon series that I ever recorded. So what we're going to do is take it a step further and record it live on DVD and for online viewing. Let's show you what we've been up to. This particular grid we have built out of just normal lumber, and it looks kind of all goofy and cheesy right now, but it was a mock-up to find out, is this going to work? Because what we want to do is to light from the rear different colors and make it really beautiful. So we just put some drop cloth material and mocked it up. But I'd like to take you over to the next step that we had on the other side of our set. Over here, by the way, is our control room, and through that window is where the switcher and everything is. This is just a simple audio-video cart. Here's one of our cameras, by the way. Here's a little green screen wall. And then this is another part of the set. Now, over here, we'll have another grid, which we haven't built yet, but we'll build that once I get back from ASI. This is a TV stand that we've created using steel tubing. We welded up some brackets, and so when I'm presenting here at this table, we can have different demonstrations and illustrations. And this is just a mock-up to figure out what kind of height that we want and that type of thing. But eventually this will be a beautiful countertop that we can roll and lock into place. Now, back here on this grid, it's a little bit different. You'll notice we put some screen material here and we stapled it into position. Now, this is actually rear projection screen material, so we can splash some light and color on here and make it look really great. What I'm really excited to show you, though, is almost a final mock-up of one of the finished grids. Now, you can see here in the corner, this doesn't look that great yet. We're going to stretch that, and so you won't see any of these wrinkles or any of the bunching of the fabric. But what's really cool is that I will be able to stand here in front of two different grids, and it's going to be dynamic in nature. In fact, what I'd like to do is have Tyler turn off our work lights, and now you can see we're in a beautiful set that's backlit and looking really cool. But what's amazing is this set is dynamic in nature. So we're not just going to have colors splashed on the screen, which you've probably seen in different sets. We're going to go a step further because we can change the image. Watch this. How's that? We're actually able to put images in the screen because we're just projecting with a projector onto this material. So if I'm talking about an apple, for instance, I can very simply hold an apple in my hand, have a big 8-foot apple behind me, but what's even cooler is this screen can have an entirely different image, say slices of apples. So you can see how this set's going to be very dynamic and very exciting. So if I'm outside, for instance, or we want to talk about God's creation, let's talk about the little birds that He's created. How beautiful is that? Or the flowers of the field. You see, we'll be able to change these images as we move along with whatever presentation that we're giving. And we'll have an operator that will do just like we're doing right now, and they'll be able to change these images with a piece of software that we've purchased. So the other cool thing is we can go beyond these still images. Like obviously, if we're talking about food, we want to talk about fruit, we can put up these beautiful pictures behind us. But we can go a step further, and we can put like just a simple motion graphic behind me. So if I'm talking, we could create these really cool, interesting motion backgrounds that just look awesome. But we can go even a step beyond this and add live video. So imagine talking about God created the heavens and the earth, and we have these beautiful clouds going on behind me across all three screens. Amazing opportunity here for visual impact. Or maybe we're getting a little more scientific and we want to have that little heartbeat thing going through the screen. I don't even know what it's called, but we can have that thing shooting across the screen and looking really scientific and really cool. But friends, as you can see, with a little bit of ingenuity, a little bit of design, a little bit of creativity, we are going to be able to create a really hot set. It's going to be amazing. In fact, that's kind of a little bit of a joke, but it's going to be a hot set. Can you say amen? But we need your help. We already have, like I said, a lot of the equipment already. But what we need now is to complete the set. We got to buy 2 more projectors. We have to get curtain material to go all around the back so you don't see the rest of the studio. We have several things that we need to purchase. And we'll show you a list at the end, and maybe you can help us. In fact, if the Lord moves on your heart to help us, I ask that you would visit our website and go there and click and make a donation. Friends, it's a little bit difficult to put into words just how blessed I've been to partner with brothers and sisters like you. Now, we're careful with every dollar that comes into this ministry. We want to purchase the proper things that we need. In fact, when we were designing the set, we had 3 basic ideas and criteria that the set needed to meet, and they've met that. It couldn't be crazy expensive. Number 2, the design needed to be dynamic, and you can see it will be that. And the investment made in the set needed to be not just for this one program. Yes, it'll be 16 messages long and beautiful and amazing, and what's cool is Amazing Facts is excited about it and they want to broadcast it should the content be okay, and by God's grace, of course, it will be. But friends, this set is going to be used for many more productions. So it's not just a one-time investment. It'll be an investment that will go on for years. In fact, because it's so dynamic and changing the images, and we can even move these different grids in different arrangements. So it's movable, it's dynamic, and it's creative. So it's going to cost us a little over $25,000 to finish it. That's a lot of money for you and me. But it's not when we combine our efforts. For instance, if we had 25 people that could give $1,000, then we're done. Maybe 50 with 500, and so on and so forth. So if we team together, we can get this done. My dream is to have this on the airwaves everywhere. Because friends, it's important, yes, to talk about health. And we have a lot of programs like that on the airwaves. But I haven't seen a deep spiritual application of the 8 laws of health. So if you'd like to help us get this out there around the world on TV, as well as on the internet and in the schools, and my personal dream is to get it into the Sunday schools around the world. I said Sunday schools because it's spiritual truth. And if somebody can get their bodies and their lives cleaned up and their thinking cleaned up, then God can really work miracles in their life. Would you like to be a part of this? We need your help. So please visit our website, click on the Donate Now button at the top of your screen, and then simply check the Keys to Abundant Living program and fill in the amount that you believe God is leading you to give us. So we need to get this beautiful, very powerful, and even fun series completed. Our goal is to have it all done and ready for broadcast and released to you by the end of the year. That's an aggressive goal because we still have a lot of lighting things to figure out. We have the set pieces still to build. But friends, we're willing to get it done. We want to get this rolling, but we need your help to do it. Thank you so much for your love, your letters of encouragement, and your support. Here's a list of our needs.